So welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden. Thank you for joining me this morning. And while you're sorting yourselves out, we're going to begin by lying back and down Shavasana. But if you want to go and get your bricks or get yourself settled, I'm going to read to you from The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. So we're actually getting near the end of it now. And I wish you could see the illustrations. Actually, it would make so much more sense to you. But it shows you the wee boy and the mole on the horse. We've such a long way to go beside the boy, which we do feel that way at times. Yes, but look how far we've come, said the horse. So we have to accept that we may still not be where we want to be, but at the same time, we have come a long way. So get yourself nice and comfortable on your mat. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, your arms are rotated so the backs of your hands are on the floor. Allow your head to roll gently from side to side and come to rest in the centre and feel as if you're taking the crown of your head up towards the end of the mat. Allow the heel of the right foot to be at the right edge of the mat, the heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat, and allow your toes to just fall away from each other. And just take a nice long, slow, deep inhale and a nice, soft, whispery exhale. So we're still thinking about our breath and about any sensations that arise in our bodies today with our breath, and trying to pay particular attention to which parts of our body are being influenced by our breath, let's say, and where the breath is moving in our body. Because as we do different postures, the breath will move about our body, and that is actually part of the practice of yoga, where you actually learn how to direct your breath to different areas so that it can energize your practice. And really, the pranayama is all about making efficient use of your lungs and efficient use of your breathing. So this is just a little bit from Jack Harrison's book, because you know I love Jack Harrison's book. And this is Jack must give Una Dinsmore her credit too, but it's because I know Jack. So he's talking about Celtic yoga, but this is the same for all yoga. So Celtic yoga recognises that the practices of yoga, conscious movement, breath and stillness are all tools to enhance our understanding of the nature of our own bodies. It is important when we practice yoga to respect our particular potentials and limits. So there he is, just saying in such a lovely way, what I try to say is respect our particular potentials and limits. So respect what you can do and also respect what you can't do, and no forcing or making yourself or trying to do something that doesn't suit you. So we can use the tools of yoga, particularly our breath, to enhance the understanding of our bodies. So that's what we're trying to do in our yoga practice. We're trying to get to know our bodies better, to understand our bodies, to appreciate what way they work and what sort of presses the buttons, ticks the boxes for us. So we're just sitting here with the natural flow of our breath at the minute. We're not trying to change it in any way at all. We're just allowing our breath to be. So breathing in, I calm the body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So just bring your awareness to the contact points of your body with the mat. Back of the head, the backs of the shoulders, the backs of the arms, the buttocks, the backs of the legs, the heels. And just be aware of any sensations that are arising in your body as you lie here, and just breathe, just your natural cycle, your natural rhythm of breath. Are you becoming aware now of any little bits of tightness, any little bits maybe that aren't very comfortable, maybe little sore bits? Just take a couple of breaths and just acknowledge any parts of your body that maybe you're aware of anything particular in it, or maybe you're feeling wonderful this morning and just being able to lie down on your mat and just be is enough and you feel fantastic. So that's what we want to feel. We want to get to that stage where as soon as we lie down on our mat, everything else can switch off. And I know I'm in the lucky position where as soon as I come into the studio and get on my mat, everything else just fades away. And I'm so fortunate that I have this space where I can do that. And particularly we need to find those spaces in our day. That time for our mind, that time for our bodies, where we can just be. Where we can switch off and forget about all the other nonsense that's going on at the minute. And that, of course, refers to any time in our lives, but particularly so now. So just continue to follow your breath. And maybe, if you want to, you can invite it to slow down a little bit now. Maybe it has already begun to slow down. And just notice how you feel as your breath begins to slow and settle. And any sensations that are arising with that. So now we are going to change our breath just in the tiniest little bitter way. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, and then as we exhale we're going to smile, a nice smile, a genuine smile. And then at the end of our exhale we're going to have a little pause. It won't be a long pause, just 3 or 4 counts, not long. And of course you take a breath if you need to, and then we're going to inhale again and smile again in the exhale. So the simplest of breaths, but just be aware of any sensations that arise as you do it. Any feelings, any sensations at all. So we'll just take a breath, a normal breath, and then on your next inhale we're going to do 5 rounds. So now when you're ready, inhale, nice long inhale. And then as you exhale, smile. And then pause at the end of the exhale. And then inhale again. And smile as you exhale. Pause. Inhale. Smile as you exhale. Pause. Inhale. Smile as you exhale. Pause. Last one. Inhale. Smile as you exhale. And pause. And then just return to your natural breath. And just take a minute to notice how you feel. So we've utilised two really important aspects, or two really important things that we can. We've used our breath in a nice leisurely way, and we have smiled. And just those two things can be enough to make such a difference to your day and how you feel about things. So, as I mentioned earlier, please listen to your own body throughout this morning's practice. Don't be doing anything that you know doesn't suit you. Leave it out, take a rest, use props, use blocks, whatever. So have a little wriggle about if you want to now, just before we begin. And then we're going to take a big inhale, reach your arms up behind you, clasp your hands with the heels of your hands together if you can, and bring your hands down to the floor behind you. And just reach into the knuckles. Shoulders are rolling back and down, so you're still resting in the flat part of your shoulders. Reach your knuckles up towards the back of your mat, or off the back of your mat probably. And just a wee reach into the heels of both feet. And then we're going to cross the right ankle over the left. Take another big inhale and exhale. Take your arms, your hands over towards the left, just to a little bit of a stretch. So work into the heels of both feet if you can. So right foot over the left, and then inhale gently back to centre. We'll change the cross of our feet, and we'll change the clasp of our hands. So you have a different thumb on the bottom, I have a different thumb on the floor. Big inhale, work into the heels of both feet, and exhale, hinge over towards the right this time. Just feel a nice stretch down the left side of the body. Inhale back to centre, and exhale, gently bring your arms down, bring the soles of your feet onto the floor, and we're going to squeeze the inside edges of the feet and the two knees together. Squeeze them really tightly, or you can put your brick in between your legs if you want to, and that helps. Take your arms out just to wherever's comfortable, the sides of your body. So you can either keep your feet planted on the floor, or if you would like to work a wee bit harder, bring your knees up in towards your chest. Work into your heels. Big inhale and exhale. Keep squeezing both knees, the inside edges of your feet, and drop your knees down towards the right hand. And turn your head and look left. So we're trying to keep this left shoulder down on the mat. So it's a good strong stretch. So only go as far as feels right for you. We're not trying to get our knees down onto the floor. If you've your feet lifted, if you've your feet in the floor, even if you've your feet in the floor, you probably won't get your knees down on the floor at the minute. Early in the practice. But you are using your core. If you have your feet off the floor, you're helping to get your core wakened up as well. One more big inhale here, and exhale, bring yourself back to centre. So same thing again, over to the left this time. So either feet in the floor and drop your knees over, but keep squeezing them together, or knees in. Big inhale and exhale down to the left. And this side will probably feel different. If your right shoulder has lifted, bring yourself back a wee bit and give yourself time to get into the stretch. And if you've no neck issues, you can turn your head and look right. And breathe. So hopefully you feel a nice stretch from the right armpit, down across the right side of the body, right down across the right hip. One more breath here. And inhale, bring yourself back to center and plant both feet on the floor. Bring your arms in. And now we're going to bring our right knee in, and we're just going to give it a wee squeeze and take it up towards your right shoulder. And then we're going to reach down and see if you can take hold of maybe your right heel, maybe your right shin, your right ankle, maybe the outside edge of your right foot. And we're going to do half happy baby. So we're going to keep bringing that right thigh down almost to your chest if you can. Heel and ankle in line. And your foot pressing up towards the ceiling. And you're trying to encourage your right knee down towards the outside of your right shoulder. If you can do it, I think you're at the wrong yoga class. You should be somewhere more advanced. And then if you want to work hard, you can stretch your left leg along the floor or keep it bent. You don't have to do this bit. And you'll find my left leg certainly doesn't go anywhere near onto the floor. I can just about get my heel down. One more big breath here, that's it, lovely. And then gently release that foot, bend your leg and plant it in the floor and bring your left leg in. So same thing on the other side. So bring your left knee in to begin with, give it a wee squeeze or give your leg a wee squeeze, bring it towards your left shoulder, just to warn it what's going to come. And same thing again, you can even use a belt here. Take hold of your ankle, the outside of your left foot, the left heel, wherever, and gently begin to bring it up, the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling, ankle and knee in line. You're encouraging the left knee down towards the left, outside of the left shoulder, and then if you want to, straighten your right leg along the floor and breathe. And notice where you're breathing when you're in these particular postures. I could guarantee very few of you are doing proper belly breaths, but maybe you are. And then gently release that foot. Well, don't release it too much because we're going to bring both knees in now. Take your hands down in between your legs and take hold of wherever you can. So maybe you only take hold of your shins, that's okay. But you can take hold of the outside edges of your feet and encourage both knees down to the outside of your shoulders. So your knees are really wide, feet or ankles and knees in line, and try and encourage your sit bones down towards the end of the mat. So we're not doing like a proper happy baby with our bum up in the air. I'm not going to say a proper happy baby, the way a real baby would do happy baby. We're doing a yoga happy baby. So you need to get all the inside bits working to encourage your sit bones down towards the end of the mat. And at the same time, you're trying to encourage your knees down either side. Great, well done. One more big inhale here. And very gently begin to bring both knees in together. Plant them on the floor. And then we're just going to do a few rock and rolls, and you can blame Mary for this because she was saying about strong legs as we get older and when we can do things. We're going to rock and roll, but we're going to stand on one foot each time we come up, if that makes sense. So as you rock forward, you'll maybe start on your left foot the first time, and then down, and then the next time you'll stand on your right foot, but you're crouching. So if you don't know what it means, sit up and take a wee look. So bring your backs of your hands, hold on to the backs of your thighs if you need to. Take a big inhale and rock forward, stand on your left foot. Rock forward on your right foot. And if you can't do it, bring your hands down either side. You can cheat. I'm not there to see if you're cheating. And Raymond's not doing it at all.
A sore back.
Oh, it's not. And then when you've had enough, okay, Mary, giving you a wee shot, giving your strong legs a wee shot, you see? Okay, don't mention anything to me again about things like that. So, bring yourself into Suicasana, lift the flesh off your sit bones, and sit up nice and tall. So feel that you're drawing the breath right from your sit bones the whole way up through your body. So you have this lovely long torso, and it's effortless because your breath is doing it for you. You're just breathing. One more nice big inhale and exhale. Lovely. And then we're going to clasp our hands again and take our hands away. We're going to bring them up overhead. So reaching up and pressing down, if that makes sense. The shoulders are rolling down, but we're pressing into the tops of the hands. Take a great big inhale and exhale, hinge over towards the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, hinge over to the right. So don't collapse when you do this. Inhale back to center. We'll do one more each side. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Watch your shoulders haven't crept up. And exhale down to the right. Inhale back to center. And we're going to change the cross or the clasp of your hands. So change it so it's the other way around. Take a big inhale, and this time we're going to just do the gentlest of little twists round to the right. So you're not going to go very far, and make sure the whole of your torso goes, not just your arms or your head. And gently back to center. Reach up again. Exhale, round to the left. Inhale, back to center, and release your hands, and maybe give your shoulders, excuse me, a wee shrug. So plant your right hand down, reach up with your left hand, and exhale, fold over to the right, reaching into the left fingertips. Watch your left sit bone doesn't lift. Back to center, left hand down, right hand up. Reach into the right fingertips, press into the right sit bones. Inhale back. So we're going to speed it up. Inhale and inhale back to center. Exhale as you fold over. Really have your arms like a windmill. Feel your stretching down either side of your body as you do it, but keep pressing into the sit bone on the knee so they don't lift up. So level yourself off, make sure you finish with the same number in each side if you can. And then from here we're going to roll forward and meet me in tabletop. So pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb, knees are below your shoulders. These are below your hips, oh gosh, hip width apart. Wrists below your shoulders, fingers well spread, index fingers pointing forward. And our navel is lightly engaged. So we're not collapsing down like this. We're just drawing our navel back that little bit towards our spine so that we're in a nice flat back. So actively press the floor away, no pressure on your wrists. And then take a big inhale, drop your belly down to the floor, bottom up towards the ceiling, draw your heart center through, chin up, and exhale, round your shoulders, tuck your tail, navel back towards your spine, press the floor away in your cat pose. Inhale, excuse me, into your cow. And exhale into your cat. So we're going to do one more. I love cat-cow, and it's such a lovely way of really warming up your spine. And exhale into your cat, press the floor away. And then come into your neutral tabletop. And we're going to reach back with the right foot and leg, so don't collapse into the left hand as you do this. And you won't be for long anyway, because you're going to reach the left hand forward, and we're going to do elbow to knee. So at the minute we're lifting our right leg up a little bit, lifting your left hand up a little bit, just looking forward. So you're not looking down at the minute. Look forward. Big inhale, and exhale, elbow to knee. Now, if you don't want to lift the front hand, you can just do knee to nose like this. So inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee or knee to nose. Inhale, forward and back. So do 4 on this side. Exhale, elbow to knee. Keep pressing into the right hand. Inhale, forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then bring down your hand and your knee. And we'll do the other side. Reach back with the left foot and leg, toes are pointing down, and reach forward with the right hand and arm. Keep reaching, keep reaching. Big inhale, and exhale, elbow to knee, or knee to nose if your right hand's down. Inhale, forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one. Inhale, forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then plant your left knee down, plant your right hand down. And from here, we're just going to tuck your toes under and walk your feet toward your hands and meet me in Uttanasana with your feet hip-width apart. Pressing into all 4 corners of your feet. Knees are bent really deeply. Let the crown of your head go. Feel you're getting length down along the back body. And we're just going to do a couple of rounds, well, one full round really of Surya Namaskar, okay? Just to finish off our little warm-up this morning. So press strongly into all 4 corners of your feet and bring yourself up. Take hold of that air, feel that air between your hands, and bring your hands down to your heart center. So we're just going to do Surya Namaskar A, so that's the nice, wee, straightforward one. Nothing too challenging, okay? And we won't do it too fast because, well, we'll do it.
I get lost.
we won't do it too fast because Raymond says he'll get lost, okay? So we're going to inhale, swing your arms up, tiny wee bit of a backbend, and exhale, fold forward and down, knees bent really deeply, make contact with the floor, step back with your right foot, right knee to the floor into your runner's lunge, look forward, press into your hands, press into the toes of the back foot, and step back into down dog. And then from here, we're going to look forward, bring your knees, chest, chin to the floor, so elbows are coming back. And then slither through into Cobra. And your inhale, tuck your toes under and bring yourself back into downward facing dog with your knees bent. Give your dog a wee walk. Lift your left leg, look forward, step through with your left foot, right knee to the floor, toes away, runner's lunge. Press into the toes of the back foot, step forward into Uttanasana 1. Inhale, bring yourself up, and exhale, hands to your heart center. So please try and think about your breath as you're moving. So that's half a side. So we're just going to do exactly the same on the other side now, okay? So inhale, arms up, tiny wee bit of a back bend. Exhale, knees bent deeply, fold forward and down, make contact with the mat. Step back with the left foot, left knee to the floor, runner's lunge. Look forward, press into your hands, press into the toes of the back foot. Step back, down dog. Inhale here. And exhale, hold your breath out if you can for knees, chest, chin to the floor. 8 limb pose. And then inhale into cobra, shoulders away from your ears, tuck your toes under, back into down dog. Look forward, step through with your right foot, left knee to the floor, runner's lunge. Look forward, tuck the toes of the back foot, step through, Uttanasana 1. And inhale, bring yourself up into extended Tadasana, mountain pose, and exhale, hands to your heart center. Lovely. Well done, everyone. So we're going to keep going now with the what we've planned. So inhale, arms sweeping up. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Make contact with the floor, and this time step back into down dog. So walk your dog. So have a little wriggle about if you need to. And then lift your sit bones up as high as you can. Rotate the big arm bones at the top and rotate them out. The thighs are sort of rolling in towards each other, pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb, clawing into the pads of all the fingers, and let your head go. Navel back towards your spine. Don't let the weight come forward. Shoulders rolling away from your ears. The inner eye of the elbows are almost facing forward. And if you want to, you can begin to try and take your heels back and down or straighten your legs. You don't need to do either of those. Keep your knees bent slightly if you want to. And breathe. Don't take all the weight on your wrists and arms. One more big inhale here. And then we're going to look forward and step through with the right foot. And you can bring the left heel down onto the ground if you want to, or keep it lifted. Press into your left hand and inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and exhale down. Inhale up, so feel you're drawing your left ribs through and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Frame the front foot with your hands, press into the toes of the back foot if you have your back knee down, and step back into down dog again. So again, press the floor away. Don't let the weight come forward. Give a wee walk with your dog if you want to. Then take the weight onto your right foot, look forward, step it through. Put the back knee in the floor if you need to. Plant the right hand. Inhale up with the left. Reach up into the left fingertips and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Frame the front foot with your hands, press into the toes of the back foot and you're back into downward facing dog. So lift your sit bones up, shoulders rolling away from your ears. Navel back towards your spine. Let your head go. Don't let the weight come forward. Pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb. One more big inhale here. And exhale. And then inhale up onto your tiptoes and roll forward into plank. So get your shoulders over your wrists. Bring your knees to the floor if you need to. One breath here. Nice straight line from the back of your head to the heels. Big inhale here and exhale back into down dog. So we're going to do 2 more of those. Inhale up onto your tiptoes, roll forward, knees to the floor if you need to. Keep pressing the floor away. And exhale back into down dog. So feel you're rolling all along your spine as you do this. So take a breath here. And then inhale, roll forward into plank. Press the floor away, really strong. And exhale back into down dog. And then you'll be glad to hear we're coming out of down dog. So take the weight onto your right foot and leg, lift the left foot and leg, lift your right leg high, look forward and step through. And this time we're going to plant the heel of the left foot in the floor. So check that you're in a nice wide stance so that your balance won't be compromised. And then inhale, sweep your arms up, lunge deeply into the front leg, into Virabhadrasana 1. So check that your front knee is heading towards the middle of your foot. Keep reaching up and lunging a little bit deeper. Reaching up into your fingertips. Feel that energy, feel that universal breath that's out there. Suck it into your lungs to give you energy. Where are you breathing? Where do you feel the breath in your body? Are you just taking wee short gasps in through your nose? Or maybe even in through your mouth? If so, take a nice long, slow, deep inhale right from your belly. And notice the difference that makes. And exhale, lovely. And then another big inhale here. And rotate your shoulders, bring your arms down, clasp your hands, and draw your knuckles down towards your bottom, or down towards your heels really. Past your bottom preferably. Lift your heart center up. Again, notice your breath. Keep pressing into the front foot, pressing into the heel of the back foot. Lovely. Breathe. Well done. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Begin to fold forward. And we're going to come down the inside of that front knee if possible. Rest on your front thigh if you need to. Bring the crown of your head to the floor. Allow your hands to float up. Maybe they won't float up. Maybe they will. Crown of your head to the floor. One more breath here. And gently drop your hands onto your bottom. Release your hands down onto the floor. And this is where, if you have bricks handy, you're going to use your bricks. Sorry, I should have said to you to have your bricks handy before we went into this. But if you have bricks, now is the time to get them. So I'll show you what we're going to do with them. So we're here just where we've come out of our Virabhadrasana 1. So if you've got bricks, plant them just in front of your front foot, and you're going to use those or bring your hands onto the floor. I love using bricks for this because it means you can stop worrying so much about your balance and begin to lean forward. We're going to do Virabhadrasana 3 and just allow that back leg to drift off the floor. So when you use your bricks, you can really concentrate on trying to get both hips nice and level rather than worrying about your balance, and you can maybe even get your left leg a little higher, toes pointing down towards the floor, heart center coming through. And again, where are you breathing? Where is the breath in your body? Are you just taking little short pants to keep you going? If so, just take one nice deep inhale and exhale, and have faith. One more inhale. Try not to look. Bend your front knee, the right knee, and step back. The mat will be there to meet you. And bring yourself up into Virabhadrasana 2. Lovely. You might need to adjust your feet, so do adjust your feet if you need to. Check your front knees heading towards the middle. Your right knee's heading towards the middle of your right foot. And turn your head and look over your right arm. Shoulders rolling down. Lift your pubic bone up. Sacrum towards the floor. Work into your arms. I'm looking at Raymond here and he's just standing here like this.
Well, I'm working hard.
Doesn't look like you're working hard. Sorry. Reach into both fingertips, okay? Big inhale, exhale, sink a little lower. That doesn't mean go forward. One more breath here. Drop your left hand down onto your thigh. Rotate your right arm and bring it up overhead into peaceful warrior. So reach into the right fingertips. Press into the right foot. Press into the baby toe side of the back foot. Feel the stretch down the right side of your body. Lovely. One more big inhale here. And then exhale. Windmill your hands forward. Frame the front foot with your hands. Pivot on the toes of the back foot. And step back into downward facing dog. And just give it a wee quick walk. And then come into your static dog. Lift your sit bones up. We'll give you a wee breather after we've done the other side. Navel back towards your spine, shoulders rolling away from each other and from your ears. Then look forward, take the weight onto your right foot. Lift your left leg up and step it through. Plant the right heel to the floor. Get your balance, check that you're not in the one railway track. And inhale, bring yourself up into Virabhadrasana 1. Reaching up and sitting down. Lovely. Inhale up. Exhale, lunge a little bit deeper. Front knee and ankle in line. We've talked a lot about front knees and ankles being in line today. Shoulders drawing back and down. And again, grab that air, that breath that's around you. Take a big inhale. Feel you're taking it right down into the bottom of right into your tummy. So that you're getting a real good revitalizing breath. One more big inhale here. And then rotate your arms. Bring your hands back behind you. See if you can take a different clasp this time. If you can remember which way you were. It'll be the one that feels awkward. Shoulders drawing down, back and down. Knuckles down towards the floor. Lift your heart center up. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Begin to fold forward. And allow your hands just to drift up, just to wherever they go, no forcing. Roll your shoulders back, crown of your head to the floor. Rest on that front knee if you need to. And breathe. Again, nice proper revitalizing breath. And notice how it helps you to relax into the posture as well. One more breath here. And then gently drop your hands onto your bottom, nice and gently. And then pivot so you're facing forward, hands to the floor or onto your bricks if you have them. Lean into the front leg so it's bent quite deeply and begin to allow that right foot to drift off the floor, so it doesn't matter where it comes to. So keep a wee soft bend in that front knee. You're pressing into the big toe side of the left foot, toes of the right foot pointing down, and bring your heart center through. And try and check, see if you can feel your hips are level. I know it really takes somebody there to tell you if you're level or not. And breathe. And tell yourself, I can do this. Take that nice, big, deep inhale that you need at the minute to keep that left leg strong, to keep your heart center coming through. One more big inhale here. Bend your left knee quite deeply. Try not to look. The floor hasn't gone away. Your mat is still there. Plant your right foot, press into your left foot, and bring yourself up into Virabhadrasana 2. And adjust your feet if you need to. For some reason, I always need to adjust my feet on this side, and yet on the other side I don't. So check that your left knee is heading towards the middle of your foot, reaching strongly into both sets of fingertips. Inhaling into the crown of your head, exhaling, sitting a little bit lower. Inhaling and exhaling. What about a smile? One more breath here. And then drop your right hand down onto your right thigh. Rotate your left hand. Bring it up overhead. Reach into the left fingertips. Feel the stretch all up the left side of the body. Reach into your fingertips. Press into your right hand. Inhale up. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale. And exhale. One more lovely, long, slow breath here. And then this time we're going to windmill our arms forward. We're going to come down with our hands on the floor. Turn both feet so the face forward. And I'll turn round. So have your knees bent as deeply as you need to. Turn your toes in a tiny wee bit. So bend your knees as deeply as you need to. And see if you can take hold of your ankles or make contact with the floor, or use your bricks again if you want to, so that you can make contact with the floor. So lots of options here. And then just wherever you are, just let your head go. So pressing into the outside edges of both feet and let your head go. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, make contact with the floor again if you're holding onto your ankles, and heel toe your feet in. Bend your knees really, really deeply. Bring your feet together and bring yourself down into like a little low squat. So keep your fingers on the floor if you want to, or even, again, just occurred to me, have your bricks at either side so that you can use them so that you're sitting up nice and tall rather than, and then again, if you can't get right down like this, if your knees are sore, stay up a bit, okay? All right, so just you listen to your own body, and if your knees are sore, you can just do Uttanasana 1, okay? So fold forward, a forward fold. And maybe you'll be able to leave go of your bricks and bring your hands together at your heart center. And lift your heart center up. A little bit of a balancing challenge. And breathe. And smile. Wobbling's fine, don't worry about it. One more big inhale here, and then bring your hands to the floor, press into your hands, and gently begin to bring yourself up into Uttanasana 1, this time with your feet together. So again, knees bent as deeply as you need to. I'm going to turn round. So keep your knees deeply bent, or maybe you'll be able to take your hands to the backs of your heels and use that wee bit of leverage to draw your chest in towards your legs. And maybe you'll want to begin to straighten your legs a little bit.
Maybe not. Crown of the head going down towards the floor. And breathe. Feel length in the back body wherever you are. Notice where your breath is moving in the body. Use your breath to help you in your posture. One more breath here. And then bend your knees deeply if you need to. Press into all four corners of your feet and gently bring yourself back up into extended Uttanasana. Draw down that energy. Bring your hands down to your heart center. And now we're ready to do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar. I'm getting a dirty look from Raymond. He does not like it. If you're feeling tired, leave this out, okay? We'll only do one. We'll just do the same as we did earlier. We'll just do, both sides, okay? So, hands together at your heart center. Big inhale. Exhale completely. Then inhale, bring your arms up. Tiny wee back bend. Exhale, fold forward and down. Knees bent deeply. Look forward, step back with the right foot, right knee to the floor. This time we're going to come into plank instead of down dog. So press into the toes of the back foot and step back into plank. And then knees, whoops, I have blocks in the way. Knees, chest, chin to the floor, elbows back. Slither through into cobra. Tuck your toes under. Back into or up into down dog. Look forward. Step through with your left foot. Right knee to the floor. Runner's lunge. Press into the toes of the back foot. Step forward into Uttanasana 1. Inhale. Bring yourself up. And exhale. Hands to your heart center, and we'll just finish off with the other side. Inhale. Tiny little bit of a back bend. Exhale. Fold forward and down. Bend your knees deeply, look forward, step back with the right foot. Runner's lunge, left foot, beg your pardon, left foot. Runner's lunge. And step back with the right foot into plank. And then knees, chest, chin to the floor. Slither through into cobra. Tuck your toes under. Exhale into down dog. Big inhale here. Look forward. Exhale, step through with the right foot, left knee to the floor. Look forward. Press into the toes of the left foot. Bring yourself up into Uttanasana 1. And inhale. Bring yourself back up into Tadasana. Hands to your heart center. And just, if you can, stand with your eyes closed. And we're just going to take a couple of nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Now we're going to make our way down onto our mat. So all the hard work's done. We're just going to finish with a wee twist. We'll do a version of Ardha Matsyendrasana. So bring yourself into Dandasana, lift the flesh off your sit bones. Your legs are out in front, toes coming back towards your face. You bring your hands down either side of your body to lift yourself up. And your legs are working really, really strongly at the minute. So take a big inhale and exhale. And bring your right knee in as close as you can to your bottom. And you can either keep it here, or if you want to, you can step it across the left leg. And of course, if you want to, you can also tuck the left leg in underneath to do the full pose. So your choice. So you're here or you're here, but wherever you are, you're going to now hug this right leg with your left elbow. And use that leverage to bring yourself up, because I bet everybody has sort of gone like this. So use that leverage to lift yourself up. Keep working into the left foot really strongly. And then take your right hand in behind, press into your right hand, and again use that to lift yourself up. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, imagine you're lifting your belly over your right thigh, and then your right ribs are going to turn, then your right shoulder, and maybe your right head. So keep your head in line with your breastbone to the last minute until you've gone as far as you can, and then you can turn your head if you've no neck issues. Keep pressing into that right hand, keep lifting up, check that both sit bones are still pressing firmly into the floor. One more big inhale, and exhale. Gently bring yourself back to center and straighten both legs out. So again, come on to your sit bones. Other side. Left leg in. And either keep it here or step it across. But either way, you're going to hug it this time with your right arm. So if it's here, it's still going to be your right arm. So use that wee bit of leverage to lift up. Bring your left hand in behind. Take a big inhale and feel as if you're lifting your tummy, mid-chest, upper chest over this left thigh. Check both sit bones are still on the ground, that you're not kind of tipping over to one side. And just begin to turn nice and slowly, a bit like a corkscrew. Keep your chin in line with your breastbone until you've gone as far as you can with your body. Keep pressing into the left hand and turn your head and look over the left shoulder. But you shouldn't feel this in your neck or anything. One more big inhale here. And exhale, nice and slowly and gently. Bring yourself back to center. Release your left foot. And from here, we're just going to unroll nice and slowly down onto the mat. So see if you can use your core to bring yourself down nice and gently. Hold on to the edge of your mat or your legs if you need to. And take your feet out the full width of the mat. So either keep your knees bent and allow your knees to knock in towards each other, or have them out straight. You choose whichever is most comfortable for you for Shavasana. And put on any extra layers. Get a blanket. Use any props or bolsters, anything at all that you need to make yourself more comfortable in this position, because it is also known as corpse pose. And corpses don't normally move about. So you want to get yourself in a position that you can stay in for the next 10 minutes or so. So take a nice, long, slow, deep inhale. And just the way we did at the beginning, as you exhale, smile. And maybe have a little pause at the end. So we'll do one more of those. Nice, long, slow, deep inhale. And then when you feel you can't take in anymore, take another wee sniff up in. Get more breath. And then smile as you exhale.
wee pause, and then just return to your natural breath. And just notice if there are any areas that feel uncomfortable, that feel a wee bit tight, that feel a wee bit achy. And just take a couple of seconds to literally direct your breath into those areas. So this is something that we can learn to do. I know you hear me talking a lot about sending your breath to particular areas, but it really does work. It just takes a little bit of practice. So now we'll just do a quick body scan and see if we can release just a tiny little bit more down onto your mat. So we'll start at the heel of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, the top of the right foot, all of the toes on the right foot, the right shin, the right calf, the right thigh, the right buttock, the right waist, the right ribs, front and back, the right armpit, the right upper arm, right elbow, lower arm, right wrist, the back of the right hand, the palm of the right hand, all the fingers in the right hand, the top of the right shoulder, the right side of the neck, the right hinge of the jaw, all of the right side of the head and face. And just notice if the right side feels any different from the left side. So now we go to the left heel, the left sole of the left foot, the top of the left foot, toes on the left foot, left calf, left shin, left knee, left thigh, left buttock, left point of the hip, left waist, left ribs, front and back, the left armpit, the left shoulder, the left upper arm, the left elbow, the left lower arm, the left wrist, the back of the left hand, the palm of the left hand, all the fingers, the left side of the neck, the left hinge of the jaw, all of the left side of the face and the head. And now just allow your whole body to completely surrender down onto your mat. And just be aware of any sensations that are arising in your body. Any thoughts that come into your head, just acknowledge them and then let them go. Just like the passing clouds. Another one will come along in a minute, but we're not going to engage with any of them. And now, see if you can bring your awareness and feel the weight of the air around you. We are surrounded by air. And it is from the air that we get the vital life force, the prana, which gives us energy, which keeps us alive. Not just us, but every single living thing. We need this air around us. We need it to be clean and pure. We talk about our breath, but it's not our breath or my breath. It's the universal breath. If we didn't have this air around us, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have that breath that you call your own. So just bring your awareness to the sense of that air being all around you. We don't usually notice the air unless it's windy, or maybe we feel the air cold, or maybe we feel it warm, but in the ordinary day-to-day run of things, we don't notice the air at all. So now I would like you to see if you can feel the weight of the air around your body. Can you feel the weight of the air on your body? Maybe bring your awareness to the palms of the hands. It's probably the place where you can feel it most easily. But see if you can feel the air as it surrounds every single part of your body. The soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, your legs, every single part that we have just thought about is surrounded by air. Can you feel the weight of the air on your body? That soft sensation. It's such a delicate touch that usually we don't notice it. So just be aware of that delicate touch of the air, that life-giving prana that we can access. It doesn't matter what we're doing, which way we turn our head, where we are. That air is there for us to give us our vital prana and life force that energizes us, that calms us, that keeps us going. And it's how we use that air that dictates how we feel, how energetic we feel, how calm we feel, how at peace we can feel. So can you feel the air around you? Feel its weight. Feel the comfort of knowing it's there. That wonderful sense of lightness, that sense of surrounding, and even a sense of safety that it gives us. Maybe just begin to breathe a little more deeply and really appreciate that air, that universal breath that is there for us at all times, 24 hours a day, whether we're awake or asleep. It's there. Hands open to receive or give, and on the surface of each palm a vortex spins, a galaxy of light and wind. Hands lift, arms reach not to beseech or beg, but a drifting, dreamy, grateful movement, leading once again to stillness. Hands grow hot, then cool, and energy builds. A pool of life force waits for the shift from potential to kinetic. The world spirals into this slow breath, sensation, the suspension of time and mind, love suffusing everything. And that's by Dana Fools, and it's simply called This is Prana. So your relaxation is coming to an end. Begin to breathe more deeply. Gently wake your body up, have a stretch, wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, very gently waking yourself up, remembering the time and place of day, your position in the room. And then bring your hands together at your heart center, rub them nice and briskly together until they create a nice bit of heat. Then place one hand on your heart and one hand on your tummy. And just allow that heat from your hands, which again, we are warming the air around us, and allow that to seep into your body. And look at the connection between the breath and the heart center. Then gently release your hands. Bring your right knee into your chest, your left knee into your chest, and begin to rock gently from side to side. And when you're ready, take the rock right over onto the right side of your body. Have a wee pause there, give yourself a nice hug. And then when you're ready, press into your top hand and bring yourself up and meet me with your hands in Anjali Mudra. So take a nice, long, deep inhale from that lovely air around you. And then as you exhale, bow your head down towards your hands and stretch the back of your neck. So thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I really appreciate your company and hope to see you all again soon. So may everyone everywhere be happy. May everyone know a life of joy and peace. May everyone everywhere be healthy. May we all accept just where we are now. Namaste.